My dear friends, I have some truly unbelievable news to share with you today. If you are a pensioner, a carer, or someone on the disability support pension, this is one of those moments that you will remember for a long time. After months of waiting, worrying, and hoping, there's finally some good news from Centrelink and the Australian government, and it's about your payments. Starting from October 2025, Australian seniors are going to receive one of the biggest pension boosts in years. Yes, you heard that right. This isn't a rumour. This is a confirmed increase that will make a real difference in your weekly budget, your groceries, and your peace of mind. Before we get into the details, please make sure you subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We are here to bring you the latest updates, explained clearly, with no confusion, no complex terms, just simple facts that matter to everyday Australians like you. Hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you never miss an important update about your payments, bonuses, or eligibility rules. Now, let's talk about what's changing, who will benefit, and how much more money you can expect in your bank account from October 2025. This is going to be a long, detailed, and honest breakdown, so grab a cup of tea, sit back, and let's go through this together like family. For many Australians, the pension isn't just an allowance, it's a lifeline. It's what keeps food on the table, keeps the lights on, and gives a sense of security in retirement. But in recent years, things have been tough. The cost of groceries has gone up. Electricity, rent, and even basic medical items have become expensive. Many older Australians have told us they feel like their pension just doesn't stretch far enough anymore. The government knows this. And after several months of pressure from seniors groups, advocacy organisations, and even members of parliament, the decision has finally been made. A pension increase is coming in October 2025, and it's going to benefit millions of Australians. It's not just a small top-up, it's a real, meaningful increase that aims to catch up with the rising cost of living. But what makes this change so important is that it affects multiple Centrelink payments at once. Not only will age pensioners see a boost, but so will people on the Disability Support Pension (DSP) and those on the carer payment. These are three of the major support programs in the country, and all are getting reviewed together. This is more than a policy update. It's recognition. It's the government finally acknowledging that older Australians and people with disabilities deserve better financial support, not later, not in small steps, but now. Let's look at the figures first. According to the latest reports and Treasury announcements, from October 2025, the base rate for the age pension will rise significantly. This increase is being described as the largest in more than a decade. The goal is to help pensioners maintain their purchasing power and improve their standard of living. The exact percentage and dollar amount will depend on the final indexation formula, but early estimates show that single pensioners could receive an increase of around $75 to $85 per fortnight, while couples could see a combined boost of $110 to $130 per fortnight. This will vary slightly depending on your living arrangements and whether you receive full or part pension, but the direction is clear: payments are going up, not down. The Disability Support Pension and carer payment are also being lifted in line with these changes. This means carers looking after elderly parents or family members with health challenges will also benefit. The adjustment will help reduce some of the financial pressure that carers often face when juggling medical costs and daily expenses. The good thing about this increase is that it's automatic. You don't need to apply for it. If you're already receiving any of these payments, the rise will be added to your regular deposit from your first payment date in October. Centrelink's system will automatically calculate the new rate for you. So, why now? Why did the government decide to make this move after months of hesitation? The answer is simple: the cost of living in Australia has reached levels that are no longer sustainable for many fixed-income households. Food prices have gone up by more than 10% in the past 2 years. Housing, fuel, and electricity have also jumped. Seniors who were once comfortable on the pension now find themselves dipping into savings just to get by. Advocacy groups like National Seniors Australia, the Council on the Ageing, COTA, and several others have been campaigning loudly, saying enough is enough. Another major reason is indexation. The pension is linked to inflation and wages, which means that when living costs rise, pensions should adjust too. But sometimes those adjustments lag behind real-life prices. The October 2025 boost aims to close that gap and bring pension rates back in line with current living standards. Additionally, with the next federal budget approaching, the government wants to show it's serious about supporting vulnerable Australians. This increase is being called a cost of living correction, not just a routine indexation, but a substantial step to restore balance and dignity for older citizens. The payment boost applies to several groups. Let's go through them clearly. Age pension recipients. This includes all Australians who have reached pension age and meet the income and assets test. Whether you're on a full or part pension, you will benefit from the rate increase. Disability support pension recipients, if you're on the DSP, your payment will also rise in October. The exact amount may differ depending on your personal circumstances, but the increase will follow the same pattern as the age pension. Carer payment recipients, if you receive a carer payment for looking after someone with an illness, disability, or frailty, you too will receive a higher payment. Veterans and special benefit recipients, in many cases, veterans' pensions and related benefits are also adjusted in line with the general pension rate. So, some ex-service personnel will also notice an improvement. In total, it's estimated that more than 5 million Australians will be better off from October 2025. That's a huge portion of the country, a real sign that this is a national-level support initiative, not just a small group adjustment. Now, let's talk about what matters most, the actual dollar difference. For a single-age pensioner, the current full payment is around $1,116 per fortnight. With the new increase, this could rise to about $1,190 to $1,200 per fortnight. That's an extra $75 to $85 every 2 weeks, or around $2,000 more per year. For couples, the combined rate is currently around $1,682 per fortnight. After the increase, couples could receive around $1,800 to $1,820, which adds up to an additional $2,800 per year. For carer payment and disability support pension recipients, similar increases apply. That means hundreds of extra dollars every quarter, a meaningful change for those living on limited budgets. What's beautiful about this update is that it compounds. Over the year, it's not just a few dollars more here and there. It's the equivalent of several weeks of extra groceries, a power bill covered, or even a short getaway for those who rarely get to treat themselves. You don't need to fill out any forms or reapply for your payment. Centrelink will update your rate automatically once the October 2025 adjustment is processed. Payments will flow directly into your usual bank account on your next scheduled pay date after the change takes effect. However, you should still check your MyGov account or Centrelink app in early October to confirm your updated payment summary. The new rates will appear there as indexed pension rate or adjusted base rate. If you use paper statements or prefer to receive letters by mail, you'll also get a notice explaining your new payment rate and when it starts. That's how you'll know the update has officially applied to you. Now, some people might wonder how these changes are calculated. It's actually based on a mix of inflation data and average wage growth. Every March and September, pensions are reviewed, but this October 2025 rise is special because it includes an extra correction factor for cost of living pressures. In other words, the government is using a new formula that makes sure pensioners don't fall behind regular workers in terms of living standards. This means future increases may also be slightly larger than before, especially if inflation remains high. For example, if the Consumer Price Index, CPI, goes up by 3.5%, but wages rise by 4.2%, the pension is indexed by the higher figure. This ensures fairness and keeps the real value of your pension strong. This increase isn't just about money, it's about respect. Seniors have built this country. They've worked, paid taxes, raised families, volunteered, and helped shape the Australia we know today. It's only fair that in retirement, they live with dignity and not constant financial stress. For years, seniors groups have been calling for stronger support. And finally, it's happening. For many older Australians, this will mean being able to buy healthier food, afford better medical care, and not having to choose between heating and eating in the colder months. Many advocacy leaders are calling this a long overdue correction, a sign that the government is finally listening. It's a victory for persistence, for community voices, and for every pensioner who spoke up and said, "We need help." Alongside the pension rise, there are other benefits being reviewed for October 2025. These include energy supplements for pensioners, which may also be adjusted to reflect higher electricity bills. Rent assistance, which could receive another small top-up to ease pressure on renters. Pharmaceutical benefits, meaning cheaper prescriptions under the PBS scheme. Concession card benefits, which continue to provide discounts on transport, utilities, and healthcare. All these changes together mean that October 2025 will be a major month of improvement for older Australians. While every bit helps, managing your money wisely is still important. Here are a few simple ways seniors can make the most of their pension increase. Review your bills and subscriptions. Use the extra funds to clear small debts or cancel services you no longer use. Check for new concessions. Some local councils and states are updating their rebates and discounts for seniors. Update your Centrelink details. Make sure your income and assets are current, so you get the full amount you're entitled to. Plan ahead for rising costs. Groceries and utilities may keep increasing, so budgeting will still be important. Remember, every dollar saved adds up, and this extra boost is your reward for a lifetime of contribution. Economists and policy experts have praised this move, saying it's long overdue. They note that Australia's pension system is among the most stable in the world, but it must stay responsive to real-world conditions. Dr. Alex Moffat, a financial analyst, recently said, "The October 2025 pension increase is one of the most important steps for social stability in the next decade. It ensures that our seniors, who built this country, can live with dignity and confidence." Even independent observers agree that this will have a positive effect not just for pensioners, but for the whole economy, because when older Australians have more to spend, local businesses also benefit. Many are already asking, will there be another rise after this one? The answer is possibly yes. The government has hinted that it wants to link pensions more closely with future wage growth. That means more frequent and fairer adjustments in the years ahead. There's also discussion about increasing the income-free area, which would let pensioners work a few extra hours without losing part of their payment. This is especially important for those who want to stay active or supplement their income a little. If these future reforms go ahead, it will make Australia's pension system even more supportive and flexible. My friends, this is truly a moment to celebrate. After months of rising prices, uncertainty, and frustration, there's finally something positive for Australia's seniors. From October 2025, your pension will rise. You'll have a little more breathing room, a little more comfort, and hopefully, a little more peace of mind. You have earned this. Every dollar of this increase is a thank you for the decades of contribution, hard work, and resilience that built this nation. You've been through ups and downs, from changing governments to changing economies, and still you stand strong. This increase isn't charity, it's justice. Before we wrap up, please subscribe to the channel if you found this video helpful. We are here to keep you informed about every new Centrelink update, cost of living support, and pension rule that could affect you or your loved ones. When you subscribe, you're joining a community that looks out for each other. Stay safe, stay strong, and keep your spirits high because brighter days are coming. From October 2025, your pension will finally reflect the respect and support you deserve. Thank you for watching, and take care of yourselves and each other.